I wasn't actually here, I don't think. Or did we play last week? No, we didn't play. We haven't played for 2 weeks, right? 'Cause
No,
haven't
we
had-
Was
played
it
last
2
week.
weeks?
I think it was
I
2
feel like
weeks.
we played last week.
We did play
Like,
last week.
Okay, well, don't roll the dice for me because
Oh,
apparently I
God
don't
damn
even
it.
remember that we played last week.
And you were here last week.
Was I? I don't think
Yep.
so.
Yeah, that
You
wasn't-
rolled last week.
I remember none of this.
You met the gnomes. They gave you a gun.
They ain't giving me shit. I don't remember that.
we Harkin and them bonded over being subjugated.
No, I wasn't here for this.
Are you sure?
The last game I played in this campaign, we were driving the motorcycle thing around.
That wasn't this campaign.
That's tomorrow's.
Oh,
He really doesn't know what we're doing.
I really don't know what's happening. Am I Chuck in this one? Which one am I?
Yes.
Yes, you're
Yeah.
Chuck in this one. The
Chuck
motorcycle
was-
is Flynn.
Yeah,
that
Chuck
makes
was
sense.
here. Chuck was very quiet last time, so maybe that's why.
I honestly don't think I was here, but okay.
You were.
There's like
100%.
proof.
'Cause I'm pretty sure it was me, you, and Solarin.
Yeah, because I definitely wasn't here last week.
Okay, sure I was here. It was a great time.
Great times had by all.
Our gaslighting mission has succeeded.
Last week was fun, huh, guys?
Yeah.
I know how Crowd rolled, but I don't. Crowd wasn't here, right?
Not great.
Well, in that case, Harkin and Solarian, one of you want to give a recap?
I can do it.
I already got inspiration, so
Yeah.
You're like, I don't need it.
We started off back in Voltsnu. There was a commotion in town. There was I'm trying to think of the right word. I'm gonna say parade for right now. An envoy.
Procession?
Envoy? Yeah, procession of what we didn't know at the time were gnomish delegates. There was High Magister, if I can remember his name, looking for it. High Magistrate Dilmer had come to town. He gets very offended by people making fun of his height or his species height, and looks it down upon anyone he thinks is not as sophisticated as their nation.
Which is everyone.
Yes. They came to Voltsnu unannounced. We sent word to the governor. She let us sit
Governor?
on the She let us sit on the talks. As we were on our way there, the magistrate and Harkin got on by talking about how the tieflings were subjugated and how the gnomes were subjugated, and we got 3 things. So we got a rifle with normal ammunition, and then we got some sort of special ammunition that does bonus damage, I believe, against fiends.
Yes. Ammunition of Beatorian green steel. So steel mined from hell.
Yeah, so I believe we only got like 6 shots of that.
I think so, yeah.
We sat in on the talks, which was more of the gnomes being like, hey, this is what's going to happen. There's no 2 ways about it, in which they prohibited expansion to the north, west, and south.
Mm-hmm.
So we can go east as much as we want.
Which is perfect, because that's directly over the water.
Lady Nadia said that perhaps we can open up some trade lines between the two settlements, hoping that will help her negotiate a limited expansion agreement with them in any other direction other than east. We finished up with them. The gnomes went, as far as we know, went home. And then we were informed of some trouble with the dwarvish, the caravan group, having kind of splintered off from Voltsnu and are attacking the Delwyn.
Yeah.
And we met
There
up
was a
with...
falling out between the Delwyn and these dwarves, and so they kind of took matters into their own hands. Also, this is the first time that gnomes have been spotted in
the new land.
70 years?
Yep. As far as they've told us, they have not made contact with the orcs. And then... Or the tieflings, but the tieflings are still setting up their settlement.
And they are interested in reaching out to the tieflings.
And then we talked to, I believe it was the guy who sold us the weapons that we had the ore agreement with.
Mm-hmm.
He set us up with going along with the caravan of supplies to the problematic dwarves, so we may attempt to solve this in a diplomatic manner. And I believe that's where we left off, is I think we were getting on the caravan.
Yep. And you guys have been kind of on a diplomatic roll. It's not natural.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I
haven't killed
can't
something
remember
in
the
a long
last time we were like, let's talk, guys. Like, as a whole group, that's what we want to do. Or it's
Yeah,
like we do, and then we just always like, insert mouth or insert foot in the mouth.
Insert mouth here.
Yeah. Hopefully, we're not putting our mouth in anything. Our feet, okay. Mouths. That sounds like a really bad time.
Generally speaking, I found it to be a bad time.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for the attentive catch-up.
By the
There's-
way, what's
yeah.
funny is as soon as you started talking and going over what was going on, I kicked a mason jar against the wall and just shattered into a billion pieces. So all that time while you were talking about what happened last week,
You were
I had
not
my
listening.
headset, yeah, because I was cleaning up broken glass in my hallway.
so
I
he
just
still
got
doesn't
back.
know what happened.
I still don't know. But that's okay because I think my character's supposed to be kind of not paying attention most of the time anyway.
So you guys are riding the motorcycle
Nice.
through hell, and
Thanks.
Woo!
Do we have our own motorcycles, or are all four of us on the same motorcycle?
it's like a really big trike.
Okay.
It's like a
Anyone
bullfrog.
sitting on
We all
anyone's
have our
lap?
own, but then at certain times we can come together as one. Then we
I
go.
mean, if you want to, you can be sitting on each laps. You just don't have to, so it's optional. I can just imagine Chuck kind of patting his seat. He's like, "There's room here."
No, he has a leather jacket, and on the back of the jacket says, "If you can read this, my bitch fell off." That's how truck rolls.
That's great.
So you are on the caravan with the dwarves as you're setting off. The one leading it is kind of looks over and goes, "So, how much of the history do you know about this particular incident?"
Not much. Only what we've been told by a few others, that there seemed to have been something happening between the natives and this caravan.
Well, you're going to be in for some tense interactions then if you're trying to get them to stop.
Yes, we've been informed that this is very much like a blood feud.
That would almost be putting it lightly. According
it's worse.
to the clan, there was a raid and 10 of their dwarf boys were killed.
Hmm.
And then he kind of like eyes over at Solarin. You wouldn't know anything about that, would you?
Not at all. We move fairly independently from each other. Not a lot of planning is done.
But they come back, and the Delmoins say that of course they did, because those boys killed something or other that didn't make any sense, took land that they saw was theirs, ate food they were planning to pick, and so they decided just to kill him. Oldest of those boys was barely 20. I don't know how you count things, but for us dwarves, those are still children.
Yes. Barely. Sorry. It's extremely young among mankind
Fingers.
as well.
Then you can see how fucked up that is.
Yes, and seems particularly out of place for my people, especially over a squabble over food.
So we
There may
sent
be a
off a
bit more to
raid,
this.
and paid a visit to their clan for some justice, and they all went fucking insane. The women, they were jumping on us, pulling our hair, stabbing us with forks.
Oh shit! They just
Well,
did this.
you
You
were
didn't have
raiding
to
their
pay extra
town.
for this? Oh, this was raid.
And, well, so things got out of hand, and we killed 12 of their women who wouldn't stop stabbing us. Ever since then, there's been a few of our kin who've been more than happy to ignore any attempts to make peace over this since then. Seems those Delwyn are blood-crazed lot themselves. And he kind of shivers and he says, My cousin was telling me that he saw them drinking their blood after one fight, going around to the wounded of ours that were left, slitting their throats, and putting a bowl to what spilled out. Didn't realize they were such savages.
Seems
And he has like a
highly-
long checked out look, and then I'm sure it's not all of you though.
It's not even a lot of us. This seems drastically out of character if this story is to be believed.
Well, so says you and all, but seems to be a fair few of them all the same.
I also know how stories, much like windstorms, can blast out of proportion without in an instant.
I'm sure I didn't just hear you call me a liar. Nor my kin.
No, I'm saying we're all prone to exaggeration. Didn't you have a grandfather whose the fish got bigger every time he told the story?
No. I did have a real racist one, though.
Yes, mine as well.
That was funny.
Used to say the sweetest flesh was gnome.
Jesus Christ. I mean, he's not wrong.
I haven't met a gnome, so I couldn't speak to that. But as it happens, my grandfather was quite partial to them too. He said that they were like dwarf women, but less chubby. He was always real fond of this gnome. He used to tell me stories about her. Said her name was Chomsky.
I got that. I'm just
Fascinating
choosing.
tag. I'm just choosing not to engage.
Yeah.
Fuck you. That was funny.
Well, we need the truth of this matter needs to be taken care of.
I mean, weren't we hired to go and murder those people? Is that why we're
Not
here?
really.
You were hired to
Our
convince
way.
them to stop the fighting. If it ends up that they're just dead, well, I mean, that's one way to solve it.
Well, I'm glad we cleared that up because I was about to go in there swinging.
All of these dwarves have kin back in Boltznu, so if you just start with violence, that will make things awkward. Because all of them have friends, and they won't appreciate that.
Okay. Heard that. Leave no witnesses. Got it.
There you go.
Exactly.
It's your ability to parse through the subtle dialogue that makes you such
It's
a valuable
either
asset.
we kill everybody, and then we have our own narrated version of what happened.
Like when you play with the DM for long enough, you hear what they're trying to tell you. You know what I'm saying? Like you hear past what they're giving you. It's about deciphering what the DM's giving you.
Yeah, I mean, you could always just play it like your kin got murdered, but we also murdered the murderers. Ergo, we, sought vengeance on your behalf.
The old murderers.
Yeah.
And the art of the DM is to say things to make the players think you're saying something when you're not actually. Are you sure you want to do that? To the perfectly normal door that just leads to a closet.
I was going to say, because if you mind fucked me into attacking a group of dwarves in this game that didn't need to be attacked.
That would not be the first time.
Probably not. Won't be the last either.
No. Ugh, I actually lost a player who they went too gung-ho and a little get carried away, and they firebombed a grung village that was full of the women and children.
Oh.
Whoops.
And they found out afterwards, because they found out all the grung men were away that they were trying to kill. And I felt really bad because I didn't know this, but he was Vietnamese, and he's like, nah, man, I can't do this.
That is, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I'm not dwarvish, so if we murder a whole lot of them, I'm not gonna feel a real particular way about it.
To be fair, I didn't trick them into doing that. They just didn't do any due diligence. But
to recon the area
at all. And he was the evocation wizard who firebombed him.
I bet you did that. So you want to do this in the hopes of them being like, oh, maybe we shouldn't.
Something like that.
Yeah. The subtle, hey, are you sure you really want to do this? Yeah, I'll let you, but
goddamn, man.
You're like, let me do a quick alignment check real fast. Oh, this will not end.
I had a party misbehaving earlier today, so out of revenge, I just threw them into one of the domains of dread.
Nice.
Just bye-bye.
It doesn't sound nice, actually.
Funny thing is they've played Curse of Strahd before. And so as soon as they found out they're in Ravenloft, they're like, fuck you. But they're actually in Ankhtapot's home.
I remember that fella.
Yeah, that horrible asshole.
Hmm.
I think it was Trisync who sent Anktapot at you.
Was it? That's funny. That was Brelin's debut.
Yeah, that went a bit off the rail.
Yeah, a little bit.
So as you're riding along with this dwarf trying to give you the rundown on what to expect, I mean, honestly, given the chance, I'd probably be with them fighting, but what I'm not okay with is them defying Volsnu on this. We're never gonna survive without them, and pissing them off like this is only gonna get us right screwed.
Yes, the
The real
balance in
trick
the
is to give them
city-
somebody else to hate.
A common enemy would be useful for our clans.
I had to do it all the time when I was in the monastery. 2 monks would be bitching and moaning over something, then I'd tell them somebody else farted on their pillow, and then guess what? Both those guys are now friends. They hate somebody else, but you know,
Does that work?
every time. You just
Now
gotta
we
find
just need to
somebody
find a
who
suitable
both
pillow.
people hate more than they hate each other. Exactly, a pillow. We gotta find a pillow to fart on.
He speaks truth. I mean, especially with irrational rage, it is best to direct it rather than try to stop it head
Yeah,
on.
exactly.
Yeah, we can lay all this on Chuck.
He's got it.
I don't blame you. I fucked your mom.
See?
I'm good at it. I'm easy to hate.
Fair.
So, is the plan then to just make them hate you instead?
I mean, whoever. Is there somebody they both hate more than they probably hate me?
Each other?
And
What? The dwarves and the Delmuin, they hate each other more than anything else.
Do you know what type of beast they had killed?
Said maybe
that
orcs, but
helped
that's not going to
Arthas?
help.
See, that's part of the problem. The dwarves don't have any idea this was days before, and they used some fucking Delmuin name for it. So the way they tell it, they haven't the faintest clue what they did wrong in the first place.
Solar, do you know if there are any sacred animals in this area?
It would be good for us to know that as well.
Maybe. I don't know, do I?
you better figure this out, because if we get there before we've got a plan, we've got to burn down both their villages.
No,
Not inherently. You need more information.
Yeah. There are many creatures that we hold in high esteem. Usually not enough to this extent to just declare outright war.
perhaps
But if any of
we
this
can find out
blood
more.
drinking is any truth to it, something might be seriously wrong with this tribe.
Well,
Hmm.
also, maybe there's something very valuable the Delmuin value on that land. More
Is
than
it-
just the beasts.
Is it odd that
Probably the land
Delwyn
itself.
would drink blood?
In
Odd
not
that
part
what?
of the
For ritual?
Yeah, I mean, blood drinking probably isn't that big of a ritual among the Delmuin, I wouldn't think.
You heard of it in like old wives' tales, but
Yeah, there wasn't that
Yeah.
that mage that we accompanied either going to Durheim or leaving had made mention of like them finding like information about some type of blood magic. I thought. Or it was like that was right
There
before
is-
we
yeah,
went into that
yeah,
slaughter. group
There
of
is
people.
blood magic that gets used.
Mostly in stories, to scare the young. In some rituals, but very rare. Especially to this extent that seems to be being described. Something certainly
Like-
dark if they have fallen into it.
It does seem
Yes, I
weird.
thought a lot of you only drew upon the magic of the land, not the
Yeah.
corpse of others.
Well, what we do is a channeling of the forces. Life in itself is a force, which some are able to tap into. Though we haven't seen any of the bloodcasters in generations. Or at least I have not heard of any.
Well, do like all of you talk together or anything? Because you've always struck me as weird, isolated folks. Surely you gotta have
would
some
be the second one.
evil sects or something like that.
It's
I mean, no offense, but your kind seems like you could have some eyes wide shut shit.
not an incorrect assumption. So this is why I'm not firmly at your throat right now for these stories of my kin. There is possibilities that they have fallen this far. We talk every once in a while through barter and single messengers, but yes, mass monitoring of a lot of our further stretched out tribes is not really possible. We do like our
The best I can
independence.
say I've seen it. The best I can say I've seen it is there's usually one or two that will hit a group that would do something, and if we can find who has come up with this scheme against your kin, then those are the ones that we should talk to.
Well,
At least that's how it went down
that.
with the kidnappers of Nada and her company.
Reason enough to not trust them or anything they say, if you ask me.
Well, it wasn't a whole lot of them that were behind it, just very emotional people, and they thought it was the right thing at the time because one silver-tongued fox led them astray.
Similar to this grouping leaving Voltsnu, or at least threatening it, I would say.
Over the course of the next half day or so, you're traveling on the wagons relatively leisurely, save the bumpy roads. If you have any more questions for him or the others in the caravan, you can definitely ask, but otherwise time does pass.
I think Sykes would try to see if they could give him some tips on smithing or just like how do they go about maintaining their arms and their equipment.
Are you a union member?
I work solely on my own. I travel from.
Then it's illegal for you to ask.
I can't see how that would be illegal. It sounds like it would be illegal for you to tell me, but all the same, I do understand.
He kind of harums and he says, pretty sure it's illegal for you to ask.
Knowing dwarf law, probably.
Yeah, they're like racking him up right now. He's like, nah, just like one more thing that Sykes does. They're like, also arrest him too.
Yeah.
You are being arrested for accusations of devious temptation to disclose proprietary dwarf secrets.
Yeah, I mean, this is a really fancy way of saying I asked them how they do their job well.
Attempted corporate espionage.
As the caravan continues on, though, since he's not willing to discuss trade secrets, you come into view of the dwarvish encampment some ways off, as you're actually surprised to see a very, very uncompleted stone tower being erected. As you come closer, you can see crude stone walls not higher than 4 feet. As people are busy at working, there are herd animals and cattle and chicken, and about 30 dwarves in all, who come out to greet the caravan and then pause a little reluctantly when they see you lot. One dwarf woman with darker skin, seeming to be a stone dwarf, puts her hands on her hips and looks down and says, "No, I don't remember the caravan being a +1 arrangement. If you're here with another word from Nada and Voltsnu, I'm not interested in hearing it unless you're going to be supporting our cause."
We've actually been sent to help end the conflict in the most amenable way possible.
Well, you're a bit scrawny as a lot, but I'll take 'em if you're willing to kill some Delwyn.
Well, before we agree to start killing people, we know very little about what's happened other than a brief description. As you are the ones most affected, can you enlighten us with the exact actions that both parties have taken so far?
She hawks a loogie, spits on the ground in front of you, and goes, "I know it. More from Nada trying to disprove everything about this. You can be off with yourselves then, thank you."
Well, would you like this feud to continue and more violence to be taken upon your clan and kin?
You're damn
We're
right,
here to
you
rectify
us.
that.
We want more of this. Wouldn't you if your brothers and daughters and sisters and kin were all being killed by them?
I would seek justice, and I understand that your need for vengeance is there.
You say just vengeance as if it's some kind of filthy word. Our justice is vengeance, thank you kindly.
We heard that this conflict started after the Delwyn accused you of taking food and killing a beast in these parts.
That's a typical human way of putting it. The feud started when they killed 10 of our boys for that, and then afterwards lodged their grievance with us.
Did they mention why that particular beast, they were offended by you killing it?
They did not. Didn't even give us a damned idea which one it was, not that that makes it any better. There was no meeting, no diplomacy, no, "Hey, if you could stop killing these things in the future." Straight to the slaughter. And for what, some animals? I think not. Now, we'll be killing all of them, thank you kindly. If Voltsnu wishes to lend a hand to it, I'll be most grateful. Else, I think we'll be on our way and separating from Voltsnu and all you humans. You're all quick to act as though we are equal dwarf and man, but once it comes to a problem, you go awfully thin on the help and understanding. Chuck just over there sharpening his weapons.
Chuck is not even paying attention. Chuck has like cleaned up the loogie that lady spat out.
Well, at least tell us of these attacks that have been happening.
What about them?
When, how often and when do they come? And I've heard word that they are drinking your blood?
Aye, they are the bloodthirsty demon worshippers. And there's no rhyme or reason to how frequently. We're getting ready for another hit on them, though. Make sure they don't come after us ever again. And then looking past Harkonnen Sykes towards Solar and says, "Now, do you have a problem with that, or will you be joining in the fights against us as well?"
I am here to see who has directly wronged. If my people have wronged you for no reason, then I will be on your side in this.
And if it's a reason, but it's a shite reason?
Then I will be on your side. We, as passionate people, can be led astray. If these minds have been corrupted, then they, like a corrupted bit of wheat, must be excised from the field.
That's bigger talk than I knew Delman could make.
Do not take one
Oh,
tribe
well.
as the reflection of all of us. As much as one clan does not define the race of dwarf.
She pauses for a moment and then nods and says, "All right, fair enough there. But we don't know enough about your people, and it sure seems to all fit the bill. Not exactly like there's others of you walking around being scholars and bringing gifts about."
Yeah, we are very wary of outsiders.
Well,
But-
I'm just saying, if some of you are
Yes.
pig fuckers and the others are just looking on lovingly at the pigs, it's gonna be hard to make a big distinction between you all.
Have you attempted to solve this without violence? After the first couple of strikes back? Or has this just been an increasing bloodbath between you two, where no words have been at least attempted to end the bloodshed and the violence?
The speaker reaches behind her back and draws a giant Bowie knife, giant even for a larger creature's size, and the width of the blade is almost shovel, as this is like some ludicrously wide short sword. And she kind of feels the honed edge and goes, "We attempted to make an apology, but we only make one attempt. We're not some damned pacifists. We get her done."
Did they tell you why they didn't accept your apology?
You could fry an egg on that thing.
Did they refuse to apologize in turn for their actions? Or did they just outright ignore you?
They expressed complete
Feeling the
disinterest in any apologies from us or them, and conveyed that this would go on until every one of us was dead. And if I quite understood some of the elvish insults that they accompanied with it, they had quite a bit to say on the matter.
So, Lauren, is this... And I know you can't tell me for all groups, but this even to me seems odd that they would go so far.
When my people are truly angered, they do not stop. To the detriment of themselves or to the enemy, they do not stop. So it does not surprise me that they may have been unreachable by reason.
That might be the first thing I've respected about your kin, then. Neither do we dwarves. And we will see this thing done till there's none of them left if we need to. And we will relish every bit of it. We have been pacifistic in quite many ways since we made peace with the humans to forge the Empire. But I think we've found our taste for revenge again. Once we wake, we know how to get things done.
Just make sure not to drown on your blood that's created.
Tell that to the ones that drink it.
I will. And I have. Why do you think I'm here? Why do you think I've worked so hard to broker some
I
type
don't
of
rightly know
peace
why
of
you're
Hots
here.
New and Tirith Nor?
You're giving us an awful lot of double talk.
Should
I'm
we
still
just
waiting to
In
see.
what way?
Well, do you know where
And I will
these
support your
young
cause,
women
but
come
do not
from?
open or accept the open genocide of my people. Yeah, I think there might be a little, asterisks next to the help.
Well, if you're not with us, you're against us.
Well, that's not quite right to have nothing in the middle there.
There's no time for middle in a place like this. Our boys are dying, thank you.
And whose side did I say I was on when I came? I'm just saying that after this enemy is defeated, there's no picking an unnecessary fight with with others will be silly for both sides.
It does look like you have a lot of work to get this fortress and this fort complete.
We didn't think
Perhaps you
ourselves
just point
needing
us in
of
the
such
right way.
defenses.
It does look like it went up pretty hastily. I would have thought a little better of you, but I can understand why it looks in such a way.
We
How about
only
you spend more
started a couple of
time?
days ago. And then,
How
of
about you
course,
spend
there's
more
all
time
the...
with this, and you point us in the direction of these Delwyn and let us get our stab at them, if you will.
You know, if you could, maybe you could show some kindness to us. We've been having a hell of a problem trying to get these defenses up.
Well, I don't know if you've been to Durgheim, but we are skilled laborers in masonry and stonework.
Oh,
I wouldn't
do
take
I
complete
know it?
credit.
I swear, everything that we hear is Durgheim being great at this or Durgheim being great at that.
Their nightlife
Have you
is
sent an
awful.
envoy that way, perhaps?
Yeah,
Or-
they have no fun at all there though. So, pretty shit settlement if you ask me.
That
Wasn't going to
aside,
go that
have
far,
you...
but goddamn.
No, he's got a point.
But at the very least, if we to make it clear, we have no intentions of furthering bloodshed against the dwarves. All that we see is that peace is brought in one way or another. But we would gladly go ahead and perhaps pay these elves a visit, and perhaps that'll give you more time to shore up your defenses in case we fail.
You're here to see some peace brought between us and this fighting stopped, I take it then.
Best case scenario, yes. Worst case scenario, we're to help you as you are vital to the town.
Ah, you hear that? They're starting to feel the pain.
I wouldn't say that, but many of the dwarves within the city are sympathetic to your cause, and their loss as well would be more than the town can handle suddenly. Not to say that your
it's a waste of-
contribution to the town's growth is negligible.
It'd be a waste
Well, I'll tell
of
you what.
extremely talented
I
hands.
appreciate you're here doing your bit. If you can lend us a hand with this matter, I'll at least entertain finding a resolution that will please Nada. I won't make any promises, but maybe.
That's all I
Out
can
of yeah, contextually, would I know about how far away we are from Durkheim?
In this direction, a day and a half.
Okay.
So it'd take at least 3 days if they were to seek aid in building their fort
From
Before
Durkheim? Yeah,
before anyone arrived. And that's
Yeah.
not counting like material moving.
exactly.
Yeah. It's easier, like a week to
Yeah,
2
handling
weeks.
'em.
In which direction is this clan that you are fighting against?
They're migratory kinds. We have a word for the people like them, but we've been told to just call them travelers lately.
Well, seeing as you were about to strike them, you know their at least current area.
Not the whole clan, but some of their raiders.
Ah. Well, at least we can intercept that group for you.
Oh, are you going to be doing that for us? I thought you weren't committing to anything.
Well, if we don't know where the main clan is, perhaps we can convince them not to attack you for this raid and get an insight to their group. Worst case scenario is we end up killing them and coming back here.
Well, that's awfully kind of you. I didn't think you were going to get involved. I was going to propose something else you could give us a hand with.
Oh, what would that have been? If you think it will be more help to you.
Well, I don't know about more help, but I'm trying to show some understanding that you're not wanting to get into a diplomatic incursion, as Nada might call it. We've been trying to erect this fort here to protect us from the raiders, but well, we were doing some mining for the ores, and strange things have been coming out of the mine of late. They've been attacking us when we sleep, interfering when we try to build up the fortress.
So you're being attacked on two fronts.
That's the gist of it.
Perhaps it is best that we help with this mine then, as it is more of an unknown than the other threat. If my companions here think that is wise.
What we'll do is we will go to those raiders that we know about, and we'll tell them that there's a special envoy here from Voldsnu who wants to discuss terms of peace and resolution of all of this.
That's all.
We'll
we
let
can
them know that we're here to talk, and we'll see what they do, huh? If they decline, then you can see them as the barbarous animals that they are. And if by some miracle you can perform tricks that we've never even imagined, you'll get your peace talks. She's saying all of this with a clear tone of mockery,
Mhm.
but not deceit. Just
Okay.
utter skepticism.
And
And that's
covering
all I
her
can
ass sort of or diplomatically.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
we tried.
Yeah.
They're like, look at the white flag, and it's just like
Yeah.
a handkerchief that they wipe the blood off their face with.
Just tiny little napkin, yeah.
Yeah, well, you tried.
It's like, well, we try to be reasonable and negotiate, and the terms that they offer were like insulting as all hell. And they're like, at least we came to the table. Did you do that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Harkin will turn to the rest of the group. I think we should help with the mines, and leave the encountering of the raiding party to the dwarves. Because even if we are able to solve the problem with the locals, these creatures will still continue to harm this community.
Very well, and
Maybe.
maybe they'll be able to get back to work and actually shore up the defenses like they need to.
Yes, in case it does turn to more bloodshed. And I know, Solaran, that the clans of this land, of your people, all differ in ideology and belief on what they believe is right. But do you see this group agreeing to some sort of peace talk?
I find it highly unlikely, especially if they are riled. If there is at least one with clear head like this formidable woman here, they will know to at least come to the table and meet with us to possibly avoid greater escalation in a battle that they can't win, because they can't unify all of the tribes against Voltsnu and this little batch. If they have any with reason, they will come, though that is a gamble. I'd prefer not to engage with my kinsmen, but what I said to her was true. If it is a disease that needs to be excised, it needs to be excised.
Very well.
So, coin toss. But yes, the cave is something we can directly have influence over, so it is a good start.
And then are Sykes and Chuck in agreement, or would they prefer the other route?
We can make our way down into the mines there. I don't see anything wrong with that.
I like to think
Tell
Chuck
me
is still
if
cleaning.
we were to try to levy support from Durgheim to help your settlement fortify its position, what would you request of them? I think I could probably ask if they'd like to send some masons this way, or maybe just raw materials.
If Durkheim was offering help, I'd politely tell them to go fuck themselves.
And that's why your tower will, well, it'll be
Sykes,
your tower.
Our tower will be just fine if we've but half a day to focus on it without being attacked 3 different ways.
Perhaps someone should lead us to this mine, so we may address that problem for you.
At once. You need anything before you go down?
Stiff drink would be appreciated.
I think we can rustle that up, she says with a smile.
Other than that, well, sort of side note thing, I was looking at my sheet. It says my AC is based on natural armor instead of splint, which should still add dex, so it'd be 18 instead of 17.
Splint is heavy, so it doesn't add dex.
Okay, that makes sense then.
Yeah.
I like my axe.
Yeah, to add dex, you need a medium or light.
Okay. This is. I might ask if they have a shield that I could purchase off of them.
But
When you ask for a shield, they bring you what would be for a dwarf a tower shield. For you, it's basically the size of a kite shield.
Cool.
But they just kind of shrug and say, I mean, you can borrow it. If you die, we'll get it back eventually.
Yep.
If you don't die, it means you beat him, and, well, consider that a glad offering.
Fair enough. This is some fine craftsmanship. I am grateful.
You can kiss my ass all you want. I'm not going to sleep with you.
Ah, I guess I've crossed that off the list. Damn.
Yeah, we've heard all about your deviant natures, you sex fiends.
Fiend is a strong word, but not entirely inaccurate.
is she talking about Chuck?
Insight's
Talking
just
about
like
the barn, actually.
That'd be like,
Insight's kind of like case the area and like kind of make out. Just I know that the area looks like it's definitely not fortified or complete, but like just kind of like the actual status of the area. Does it like I guess what does it look like they're actually trying to build other than a tower in a wall right now?
So they have some homes and things out here. They're trying to build just a tower, not even a wall. It's just that the walls of the tower are not high yet.
Okay.
And it looks like possibly a ditch as well.
Is there like about how many homes does it look like?
8. Any other details?
No, I guess I just have a question for the patron here. Or the leader, it seems like. Is there anything particular down there that you would say is off limits?
In the mine? No. We run an honest shop. We've no secrets down there.
Secret
Very
mine
well.
treasures.
You
Off
sure
we
you're ready
go.
for this then? Been all manner of weird things coming out of there.
Do we have enough light for the folks that can't see in the dark?
We can get you torches if you wish for them.
Yeah, Sykes just looks over at Harkin. Will you be requiring them?
wait, what was Harkin asked? Sorry.
I'm asking.
If you
I'm
need a
asking
torch.
if you need any.
Oh,
torches.
yes, indeed. Harkin cannot see in the dark.
Torches, please.
Who's going to be holding a
Or
torch then?
actually, I don't think Harkin does need one. I think he can cast light. Where's my spells? Yeah, I do have the light cantrip.
Oh, I can too. Forgot about that. So
In that case,
Oh.
I will turn light on Harkin.
yeah.
And then, as you shoulder your gear, Solarn, do you have your shield added?
Yep.
You prepare yourselves as you come to pretty tidy steps down into a deep mine that seems to descend about 80 feet down in straight sets of stairs before branching off. You're given a vague outline of the layout of the mine. As you're given those instructions, who's going to go first?
I mean, if there's no
Me?
takers, Sykes can go first.
I think that's a wise idea.
You're like anyone but me.
I'll go second.
I was gonna say we probably should have our tankiest guy in front in a tunnel based mine.
Which would probably be
Yeah,
me, right?
Sykes can.
Or. Oh yeah, you're a fighter. I keep thinking you're an artificer for some
I'm
reason.
no, I'm a rogue fighter. So
Oh, okay.
he's got a little bit of brawn to him,
Yeah,
and
I also thought he was an artificer for like the longest time. It
he's
just
always
turns
talking
out,
about making stuff and building
yeah.
stuff.
I mean, to be fair, it seems like he was more interested in feet.
But
I mean, also not wrong.
It's like, oh, can I get a
Sykes and I
woof
got
them
on the
boots?
front. What you doing to your boots, bro?
I mean, he's got a specific. He's got like a overall. He's got a plan for what he wants to do, and everything kind of settles down, and he's gonna carve his own way out doing something. So
Your necessities.
People need shoes.
yeah, especially in this area, like you don't know, you never know where you're going. Your feet are gonna get you there. So
Well, as you set off to go down the mine, light cast and readied, I think that's a good point to take a quick bio break and then resume once you go down the mine.
okay.
All right. Be right back.
Back in a minute. It's a bit too early, and he was not there for a game.
Oh, okay. I mean, where I grew up, we had regular like LARPing things,
Mm-hmm.
where people would dress up as like fantasy like races and like have mock battles at like a local park.
Dibs on Drow.
I mean, that's kind of cool and fun and all, but this
LARPing
was
can be fun.
he LARPed to go look at dice, and that was all.
I'm actually
Yeah.
kind of into that idea. I'm into the idea of like taking it to like a more of extreme than that. Like I want to go dress up as high elves and then hit the strip. You know, like I want to do some gambling and maybe go. See
Yeah,
a
but when
show
everyone
at the
else says
strip.
high elves, they don't mean one that's high.
Well, that's just a given. That's part of being a high elf.
If the dude was an elf, okay,
Like,
your
I don't
high-
know what the
that's your
problem
version
is,
of a high-
officer.
Oh,
high elf.
yes. Someone needs to play a high elf Big Lebowski.
Yeah, I would do it. I fucking love that movie. I don't want Sykes to die just yet, though. All right, Corryn. I don't know what you got in
Although,
this game. I
would
don't know
the
what you
Big
got in this
Lebowski
game.
be cleric or bard?
Bard. He definitely
Uh,
doesn't.
you
He do
know,
a dance number? He does a dance number in that movie.
He
He's a
does do
bard.
dance numbers. But he hallucinates that.
Yeah, that's very bard-like.
Yeah, I could do that. And he would just be like he's just using, casual drugs. So that's bar behavior, I think.
Oh, it's definite bard behavior. Just strange drugs all the time, and just
Yeah.
being chill with everything. Like, yeah, man.
Yeah,
that's cool,
exactly.
whatever.
He's
Like,
definitely a very neutral individual.
oh shit, they're interviewing Snoop at the Olympics.
Well, looks like I have a character to make this next week.
Like, we went to the cave and the cave was bad.
Hey, quickly, give me a rundown on what happened. Like, we went there and they were like, shit's coming out of the cave, and now we got to go deal with the shit that's coming out of the cave. Is that what's happening?
Yeah, they gave us
Pretty much.
ultimatum. Not ultimatum,
No
but they were like,
ultimatum.
hey, you should go check out the cave, because if you destroy whatever's in there or rid us of that problem, then we can fortify our position. Meanwhile, we'll deal with the raiders. Does that sound like a deal? And then we took that deal.
Sounds good to me,
Yeah,
man.
and that they'll make a blanket attempt to be political or to like bring them to the table, but
Yeah. By deal with the raid, it's
Probably
very
not.
much like political and diplomatic in air quotes.
Yeah, they're gonna say, hey, there's some negotiators here from Voltsnu. Why don't you come and talk to them so that we don't just keep killing? To try to placate you a bit.
Say we lure them into the cave and kill
But
them.
we know how conversations with the dumb one go. You have
Wow.
to play their game in order to fetter out and get to that solid resolution.
yeah, I wouldn't disagree.
You say
It's
one
not our
wrong
fault
thing,
that they're,
and it's just death. Mostly we are we turn the tide somewhere in the battle, but it doesn't look good for us at first most times. They get
Slow
the drop on us. Yeah.
So yeah,
Do this
you're
thing.
going down to try to give them a hand since weird creatures keep coming up from the mine down here to kill them, and it's making it hard for them to defend themselves.
To see what we need to see.
It should all be on the map, as you can see the mine work in here leading through several forks. According off the description you were given, there should be an underground river flowing through here up ahead as well.
Did they know roughly which way we would have to go to encounter these
That
creatures?
they did not know. These creatures have been like surprising them, and so like they don't know where to expect them.
Well, keep your wits about them. I think they're Well, we know that the portals can come from anywhere.
Yes, I wonder if we'll find more of that odd-colored roll. This Pokemon
As
over
you're in
there.
here, you can hear the sounds of the underground river off in the distance as well.
Well, shall we make our way to the left or to the right?
I heard it coming off this way.
Off this way, yeah.
Oh, okay. So is this this thing here, is that a wall?
No, that is like a passageway, a doorway without a door, as there's a beam in there to like hold that section open.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's like a brace for the tunnel.
Yeah.
Oh goodness, where are they at? Harkin is
You're not
quite
far.
far away. Okay, just keep going the way I'm going.
No, they went
Oh,
the
nope.
other way. You're just not far past them.
Oh,
All right, roll for initiative as Harkin triggers an encounter on his own.
okay.
no!
Kidding.
To be fair, he can't see a thing. You guys kind of just left him. He had like a cone of vision, and you guys just ran off.
And we probably should have got
He's like, hey, could the guy with the light not run ahead?
Oh, you're
Like,
way up there.
I was like, I don't know where you guys went.
Oh yeah, he can't.
Hey, that is like
Is
such
light?
a typical
Wow,
thing.
light
He's
is
like,
only
hey, we all
15
went to the
feet.
left,
Goddamn.
but he couldn't see, so he just kept on straight.
No, hold on. So who's got the light on him?
Should
Should
have been Harkin, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the light's not big enough. It's 20 and 20, right?
Like 20 of regular light and then 20 of dim light.
Yeah.
20
Let me
foot radius.
look.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then additional 20 feet of dim.
Exactly.
Yeah. For some reason, it was just like 10 feet, I think, or something. So I could only see like immediately around him.
Mhm. I don't know, because it's supposed to save the last settings. It keeps reverting to 5 and 10.
So I'm like,
Ew,
I was like,
looking
it
like
looks
Velma
they might
without
be
her
up this way.
glasses.
Yeah. And I think I see where you guys turned, but like when the thing was just so small, I did not see that.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's so
no worries.
funny. Yeah.
Like, guys?
We can wander
Is
this
there
way
any-
too.
Anything like kind of out of the ordinary, like any tools kind of left around or anything?
In this section here, no. It's not clean, smooth walls, but everything's quite
Yeah.
tidy. This wooden bridge here is not as rickety as it seems. It's very like patched work, but you give a little probe, and the wooden braces are like sunk into the stone. And
Okay.
even though each board is kind of unevenly laid, they are firmly nailed in as you like give a heavy stomp on it, and it does not move.
Not like the log I try to climb over.
Absolutely not like the log.
Oh, where'd Chuck go?
Chuck's still way behind
What
Okay.
the fuck? Why am I behind?
because he didn't move.
That's fair.
Yeah, there was a lot of like, where'd everyone go? And I was like, I just Harkins darn go after him.
Well, I guess I'll give
Wait.
it the first go across the bridge.
Please tell me
Ooh.
the bridge collapses.
As
Oh.
Harkin steps out to the bridge, you suddenly feel a sharp, stabbing pain like a migraine in your head, and you hear a little voice say, "Now who are you?"
Oh,
It's my
And
favorite
as
voice
you get
you've
halfway
ever
across halfway across the bridge, you suddenly feel yourself needing to make an intelligence saving throw.
Well, I'm glad
Was it? Wait, hold on. Because Harkin originally was the one who went across, right?
You didn't make it all the way across.
Yeah. Because he stopped. Because I was like, I don't
Yeah.
know where I am anymore. Okay, you said Harkin, so I was like, is it Harkin or
Oh,
is it
sorry.
Sykes?
Yeah, I was preparing for you, and then Sykes went across.
Yeah.
I had you targeted even. As Sykes feels that stabbing pain, everything breaks out. As Chuck, you see Sykes grabbing his head in pain and then like dropping to one knee from the stab of psychic damage, alerting you that something is wrong here.
Guys, I don't think he feels too well.
What is this shit? Who am I? Who am I?
I don't know why, but that sounded like a crappy anime dub.
Just like trying to think of like it was like a deeper voice in some kind of like distressed pain. Could be a shitty anime dub.
Sykes, it is your turn now as you sense the danger here.
Do I see where this thing is at?
You do not.
Oh, this is great.
Oh, you just do down here.
Okay.
You're only barely able to detect it.
Okay. Well, it's probably not particularly. Can I get to like this area, or that would require me?
Yeah,
to jump?
once you get to here, you have to jump across, but you can get there. It's not a far jump, and as long as the rock isn't too slippery, it shouldn't prove any kind of a problem. And it'd certainly not be slippery, right?
No, of course not.
Well, you bring up things that I am concerned about, but I'll make the jump anyways.
That sounds about right.
I love none of what you're saying, but could I get a dex save from you as you kind of give a little hop 10 feet across to the ledge here?
Yeah.
Oh my god, it was slippery! Ah!
DC 10.
It was slippery. As I go just like rushing down the river that's in here. Dex save, you said?
Yeah.
Shouldn't be too bad. There we go.
Easily done, as you land stably there.
Okay. I think I have a movement of 40 because I think I have mobile. So with that 15 feet and that 10 movement, is that...
That's normal movement.
Okay. So then I have 15 more feet of movement?
Mm-hmm.
Guess I'll get here. I'm so close to this thing. I will unfortunately have to use my bonus action to dash as I move within 5 feet of this thing, and then I will attack this with my rapier. I'll swing at it with my rapier. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah. Hit? Who said anything about hit?
Yeah. Oh, I should have just stayed on the bridge and threw a dagger. Damn it. Well, bonus action. That's all I got. I'm gonna shout to them. There's this fucking thing over here. I think that's what's eating at my brain right now.
I hate
Can I eat it?
Oh man. I don't know why
that was
I'm
close.
I don't know why I'm not seeing my roll when I make it.
So with saving throws, it hides until all the results are in, even if there's only one.
Okay. Alrighty.
Do you see it pop up with the damage? It should say like Sykes
Yeah,
with a green box.
Yeah, so it shows that it's got the check mark on it, and then the damage would be
10. So it took 5.
Yeah.
Solari.
Great. things in the night. What could it possibly be? Oh, it's terrifying! It's little and gross, and I don't like it.
What is it?
It's like a little brain with legs.
I guess you could say we're all a little brain with legs.
I can't believe
But
you
like
would say that.
spider legs.
Oh yeah, that's
Texas legs are normal.
Kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it. And I'll take, I guess, yeah, I'll take the jump.
DC 10 deck save.
What could possibly go
everybody
wrong?
just jumping into this fucking river to get away.
I think so.
You land and it is just wet enough that your footing slides out and you land with a splash in the water.
Ah!
The walls here, the stone walls, are a couple feet up, so it while possible to get out, it is not easy.
That's fine.
What does Solarin do next?
That costs a light die. I probably won't use two. Use to attack and save. I'll use one light die. And I'm gonna launch a focus beam at the brain. Yeah. Ooh.
As you're splashing in the water, you just stick one hand up and then just like pulse it like Iron Man as it blasts it in the face there.
Sweet. And yeah, that'll be it. Cause because the jump was the. Oh wait, no, that's movement. That's not.
Nope,
actual
that was
action,
just
is it?
movement.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try and reach up, grab the side, try to pull myself up, but at least stop me.
We're moving down the little stream here, the river.
Yeah. I can. Yeah.
Have you
I'll
seen
try to pull myself up.
Have you seen Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves with Kevin Costner?
Yes.
And he fights Little John on the river, and he falls in the water. He thinks he's drowning, but he's only like a foot and a half in the water.
Yeah.
It's kind of what
Oh, can't swim.
It's like, yeah, it's like trying to get out of the water.
I'm on the east
so
bank.
you gain
I'm on the west bank.
You gain a bonus to attack rolls and saving throws of 1
Yeah.
for 1 turn.
Yeah, hoping that's gonna help get me up. But yeah, I'm gonna action. Or can I try to do athletics check, pull myself up, or?
Yes, you can. It will be athletics.
Sweet. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I think you're okay there.
He's like,
As you pull
actually,
yourself
it's
up,
really-
dripping wet.
I hate this already.
Harkin.
Well, seeing that they're jumping that way, there seems to be something going this way. He's going to take a peek around this corner, see if that leads. Nope. He will go back then and let's see. I think there's the most movement, so I can see where he's landed. He will wait because he doesn't know why they're jumping yet, but he will give Solarin inspiration.
Isn't it nice to have bards? And do remember, Harkin, for this game, you can give inspiration as a reaction also.
Yeah, but I'm worried he might step out of sight.
Fair. Yep, just a reminder on that mechanic is all.
Did we I assume we had a rest between the Nada incident and the Into the Dwarves?
Yes.
Okay. I was just asking because my bard was already at 3 out of 4 instead of 4 out of 4.
Okay.
I wasn't sure if it didn't
Nope.
pop up or not.
Any action for you?
Can Can I hold an action to use the rifle on whatever enemy that they're fighting if it comes within view?
Yes, you can.
I will do that.
Chuckster.
Chuck is gonna watch you bail, Solaren, and he's going to do the same thing. I'm gonna jump into the water down here.
You're intentionally going to jump into the water.
Yes.
Oh, that's
I'm
what
just-
you saw Solar do.
Yeah, that's what I saw
Yeah.
Solaren do. So I'm jumping into the water, thinking that
I
I
like-
All right. There
like
must
how
be a
hard-
reason.
That must be the
I like
way.
how
Yeah.
hard
Solar want to just jump in the water like an asshole.
You are like Michael Scott. You're like, the GPS knows.
End up in the water. That's
It
so.
said
That's
turn
actually-
left.
You land with a splash in the shockingly cold water.
I can actually see the intellect devourer now.
Yeah, it's
And
amazing once you go around the corner.
Yeah, I kind of like immediately try to go back up, but I can't because I think the walls are too high to get back out now.
With an athletics check, you can pull yourself up.
All right, I'm gonna try.
You do not.
All right, that is where I'm gonna end my turn.
I like to think Harkin's yelling like, "I thought monks can run up walls."
Alarin.
Or too close with the enemy. Now, question here. This brain with legs, it's not made out of wood, is it?
No, not so much.
Ah, damn.
It's
Good.
really
Yeah,
just
we
like a
axe.
series of like
Yeah.
vines. that you can use.
It's a very niche ability there, grant you that.
Oh, weak damage.
Damn.
If you have to, you know, fight a dryad, we'll let you know.
Go one more time. Ooh, 15. I think that's enough. I think that's enough. Yeah.
There you go.
Ooh, that was weak. And seeing it kind of limp after that and not gonna smite it.
All right. Harkin.
Let's see. I assume from this spot I can't jump to this ledge, right? I would have to be back
Out
here?
onto the bridge, and it's going to be harder with Chuck right. Well, no, Chuck's in the water, so yeah. You just have to be out on the bridge.
Can he jump? Can he use Chuck's like head or shoulders to step over? Onto the-
Wow.
That
I
would be
mean,
fu-
Chuck's not standing in the water.
Okay.
what type of check was it again?
Dex save to leap across.
I don't know if that rolled a save or ability check.
Either way, that is good enough as you land there. A little bit of a slide, but you steady yourself and you're okay.
See, Chuck, this was easy. And then how much movement would he have left after jumping, or would he have none?
It's regular movement, so your remaining movement.
Okay.
Um,
Oh, goodness.
And Chuck
Uh,
didn't even try, for the record.
Let's see. Hopefully this was within range. Harkin is going to attempt to use the rifle, the musket.
Okay.
No god.
Oh, I feel very much in danger.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ow!
Well, good news
That was
is-
really loud.
That is really loud as the echo of your first shot reverberates through the cave in here, momentarily deafening all of you as for 6 seconds you can't hear each other.
How many actions does it take to reload?
One action.
Okay.
And that will get better as you gain proficiency. It will become part of the action.
I would say The dice teased me. I saw a
Yeah, I
17
know.
for a second, and I was like, at least it was on a 1, 2, or a 3. I guess that's everything Harkin will do, because he... Yeah, because can't reload, because that'll be an action on his next turn. He's already given
As you
out
gain
blood, right?
proficiency, it'll become part of the action. You just won't get multi-attack with it.
Yeah,
and
so it'd
then-
be like shoot, reload, and then shoot,
Exactly.
reload. Understood.
It's like the heavy crossbow.
Yeah,
Nice.
once you have proficiency with it. Sykes.
So with someone else in melee range, I can execute the sneak attack. I just don't have advantage, correct?
Correct.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna strike with my rapier. Hopefully this time, I will add my sneak attack damage here, which is it 2d6 or 1d6?
You have the button. I just put it in your favorites. So try clicking that button.
Which one is it? I'm looking. Oh, on the character sheet.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't realize there was a favorites thing.
Yeah.
So it's like right underneath your hit die on the
Yeah.
left-hand side of your sheet. If you click on that, it should roll.
There you go.
There you go. As the intellect devourer dies.
Hell yeah, brothers.
Well done.
Things
Uh,
so swimming in my brain was largely uncomfortable. My head's reeling a little bit from it.
Are we?
Thing.
What the
I saw
fuck
her.
is this?
Oh no.
Oh no. It has
As
friends.
Harkin suddenly hears, "You're a bad one, but you look tasty." As
Oh.
you clutch at your head, feeling that pain. Ooh, I will need Harkin to roll 3d6, and you really want to roll a 14 or lower.
What he's saying is you really don't want
Okay,
to.
Oof.
Oh.
nothing worse happens.
Okay.
Oh.
Harkin.
Harkin is going to reload. And then I don't think he has any.
Not
That was
overly
okay.
freaked about what you were just hearing?
You know,
You hear a lot of weird shit.
it's weird that he said I was a bad one, given how I didn't kill anyone. I just missed a shot.
Yeah, but you threw some attaboys to your buddy who.
Well, you also made a
Yeah.
loud, scary sound.
He did.
That's also. Oh man, you just let everyone know where we were at.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
A musket is
Yeah,
not
he
a
doesn't have any-
subterfuge weapon.
Yeah, he doesn't have any bonus actions he can really use, because I assume I can only have... Can I have only one? Inspiration?
One
out of
what?
10? Inspiration?
Nope, there's not a limit on that.
Well, I guess technically I can use it as a reaction, right? As a...
On your turn and as a reaction.
Okay, I will hold off until I know more.
Okay. Sykes?
Do I actually? I mean, I know that I see this thing over here, but do I actually looking around? What I
Not
see.
like you caught movement, but you don't have sight on it.
Okay. Oh. And then over here, does it look like another ledge that maybe I would be able to jump over to?
Maybe.
I'm still kind of deaf from this, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm
That's the
just
perfect
finally
place to
getting my
use the
senses about me.
musket.
Yeah. Dang. I'm gonna use my bonus action to give Chuck here. I'm gonna use Master Tactics to give him advantage on his next attack roll, or bonus action to use the help action. So I guess I would have
Yeah.
to.
Don't you have to be close for that?
That's what I was
Within a
gonna
certain
say.
range?
I have to be within 5 feet, I believe. No,
I
well,
think so.
no, I think
No.
with that specific one, it allows me to do it up to 30 feet. I'll go ahead and use it so the dialogue comes out.
Help action within 30 feet. Okay. The target of the attack has to be within 30 feet, not the person you're helping.
Oh, so I have to get closer to this thing,
Yeah, because
and
I
then he
think
would have to
down.
be. That makes
Yeah,
sense.
down
Okay.
is 5 feet.
Okay. Well, I did see. If I saw movement, I would. I'm gonna make my way back to the bridge. Um, and it's 30 feet. All right. Is it gonna be another dex to make that jump?
To leap onto the bridge, no. The bridge is
Okay.
more sturdy, so that's fine. It's just because the rock is like not perfectly flat and smooth, and wet.
Ooh.
All right. I see this intellect devour, and I feel like what just happened to me. Goodness. All right, I'm gonna move back around this corner here. It can still see me. I can see it. It didn't work out how I wanted it to go. I'm gonna use my action to switch to my longbow.
Only takes an action if you're holding your shield.
I am holding my shield.
Ah, okay, cool.
So I'll do that, and then I'll use my bonus action to it. Man, this thing's looking at me. Maybe I don't know. Would hiding be out of the question right now? I was trying to tuck around the corner.
Where
but I
you are,
couldn't.
yes, you have no cover.
Okay. Well, I
You
will.
just mastered the art of being so perfectly still that you're undetectable.
I'm gonna. Well, no,
Well, that's
I'll
what
use
these
my bonus
things
action and dash, and I'll move
There we
out
go.
of sight of this dang thing. And yeah, that's all of my stuff there. I'll go ahead and make the changes for the longbow.
To Laren.
Right. I assume it'd be, if I'm holding a shield, be the same as an action to switch to my javelin.
Yeah,
Toss the
because
javelin.
it's the well. If you're holding a shield, javelin's one-handed. It's that the bow is two-handed.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, he needs to take the shield off to draw the bow, but a javelin only takes up one hand, so that's fine.
All right. So I'll just run up to the edge of the stone here. Seen this guy. But hurl a javelin at him. That's probably not going to be great.
Now with that attitude,
I know, right? Oh, I'm still within not disadvantage range. Okay. Okay, so that did something.
What sound I made?
I'm going to...
you
And now
can
bonus.
throw a second javelin if you want to.
Oh yeah, I have an extra attack. Yep, throw another one. Pew. No, that's not good. Yeah, I'll use the bardic. This is a 14 hit.
Yes, it does.
Okay. So, I did roll damage. trying to figure out what a javelin does.
Yeah, that is actually weird.
2d6.
It's a d6 plus 1d6 plus 3.
There. Cool. And then I'll bonus action fire a focus beam at it.
Does succeed.
Oh wow.
As you cook it for 2 radiant damage.
Cool.
Chuck.
I guess I will just run over here and fucking hit this thing with my map.
Your cool magical mop.
My cool magical mop. The trusty mop of flex. Wait, I attacked myself.
Oh dear. That seems on point. You like
Your mop
swing,
is
you hit
so trusty.
the stone, and it just bounces back into your face.
Why did I target myself?
I don't know why you targeted yourself.
This is gonna miss now though, right? That's the
Mhm.
way it works. Undo until previous, discard previous.
Yeah, there you go.
Wait, sorry. Mechanics question with the focus beam. If no one fails, then I don't spend a light die, but they still take that half damage.
Well, that was very convenient, Chuck.
What happens when I get a crit with this mop? I forget.
Good stuff.
Oh, okay, cool. What do I have to roll now?
Yes, that is correct.
Doesn't. Okay, so I still have 3. Excellent.
This 20 is not popping up though.
Yeah, for some reason it just shows a strength saving throw.
Yeah, it rolls it under.
That was yours because the mop forces a strength saving throw when it hits. Okay, so but it's not popping up as an option other than your hit. You hit, if it's a nat 20, it deals 2d10 plus, well, 1d10 plus 10 plus 14 damage, and it has to make a strength save.
Well, there's my dope 1d10.
That's a pretty dope 1d10. So you
That
hit
is.
it for 22 damage. And as you hit, your mop flexes a little bit on the impact, and there's a moment's tension, and then it just like finger whips this intellect devourer back 20 feet. As you also kill it in
Oh,
the
good.
process.
As long as it's
You like
fucking-
just hit this thing and it's splattered against the wall or the ground.
Like
I don't
the
know
mop.
where it's at.
I like this new mop, guys.
Solaren.
All right.
I say I'll clean that up later.
Do I see this guy coming around?
You do, yeah.
All right, cool. I am going to make a jump for the bridge. Whatcha? And then, yeah, just get all up in its face. Oof, that's not great. That's all done.
There you go, though.
And I'm going to use Flaring Strike.
Good, good. Oh, is it not rolling?
No, didn't seem so.
Yet.
So that's 1d10.
I did have it rigged up so it would consume the light die also.
Didn't do that either. Ah, cool.
As it is still standing after the flare of your light die.
Well, good for it. Enter.
Nice.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even see this thing
Yeah, I
over
know.
here.
When you moved, I was like, he missed it. But that's on
I
point
didn't
when you
even
don't have a light
see-
source, and it's a tiny little thing.
Yeah, that is actually, and you're like, yeah, no, you absolutely can't hide. Was that the one you were talking about? Or were you talking about the
Both.
one across the bridge?
Both,
Okay.
but also
To
the
me,
one
I
that
didn't
was
see this
5
one.
feet away
I
from
would
you.
never have even, I would never ask that question if I saw this thing.
Mostly
I was
the
like,
one
oh,
right next to
I
you.
live around the
Yeah.
corner with the other one.
When the creatures are that small though, and you don't have a light source on, I'm like, all right, if you don't see it, you don't see it.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah, fair.
Oh,
Yeah.
thanks, Valerian. Yeah, I'm gonna shoot my longbow at this thing. Am I able to add my sneak attack to that?
You
Well,
are, but you already killed it.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to hide.
You just creep for a few long moments, having like you just realized how close you were to getting in trouble.
Yeah, like I'm running. I'm like running away because I'm like, this thing is trying to, destroy my brain right now from the inside.
Well,
And
you
then
just
I'm like,
passed within 5 feet of one of them and didn't notice.
exactly. Uh,
Slarn is just
Yeah,
constantly
that's true.
chopping this thing. Just die, die, die.
I just since all the things have been dealt with, Harkin's gonna jump back to the bridge to see
What the
Sykes was
hell
doing.
is this demon?
I don't know where these things come from, but
These are certainly foreign to all of you.
This is what they've been dealing with. No wonder they're distracted. It is disgusting.
Did anyone else get called bad?
What?
It spoke to me in my mind, but I just had a searing pain shortly after. I don't recall what it said.
Oh, it called me bad. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I missed my shot and he was just mocking me.
To talk to you.
I would prefer you to not fire that thing in these close quarters again.
What do you mean? It was a good like 30 feet away.
The echoes were probably heard for miles outside of the mouth of the cave.
Well, I can't promise anything, but I will keep it to a minimum.
Just let me know before. Maybe I'll stuff cotton in my ears.
You all are going to turn into the gunner in Black Hawk Down.
Black Hawk Down. Yeah. Yeah, for all we know right now, we're just yelling back and forth at each other to just try to still communicate normally. Oh, there's probably more of these things. We should be a little more cautious next time, Harkin.
What? You're the one who ran across the bridge.
You assured me the bridge was safe, and it was not.
I said no such thing.
That's not how I recall it.
Come, we cannot let these surround us.
Chuck, you'll have to come back and clean this up later.
Oh, unconscious one. Ah, disgusting
It's
beast!
all right.
Just runs up and just slashes into the corpse.
Salarn, as you come around the corner here, you can see a crevice like 2 feet wide and 4 feet tall that seems to go into this rock wall here to some depth as you're unable to see the back of the crevice.
So where might be where they're looking from? We're in this wall right here.
Yeah, right there.
Seems these things burrow deep.
Should we send Chuck in?
Why would you send me in?
Because you have the mop of reach.
Motherfucker, he attacked you with his mind from 60 feet away.
It's making a compelling point right there.
Well,
Side
you seem pretty resilient, though, Chuck. It's as though things like this don't faze you.
Is this
You guys
over
are.
here? Is this just a wall?
No, that is another barrier there. I don't know why it goes all the way to the ground. Oh, it's a door, but it's an open door.
Okay. I was like that's awfully big. I was like,
Yeah, no.
It's open, so I can go
It's
through
open. Yeah.
it. Should we go after him or?
Yes, we should not wander
Yes.
far from each other.
I will watch our bats in case anything comes from behind.
it. Chuck grabs its head and falls to his knees, and he's like, "Oh God, the pain!
I think
Don't
he's
come
got
in
the-
Oh
here!"
God! There are more of them!
I'm just kidding. You guys are pussies. There are no more brains walking around here.
I'm gonna be honest. I just thought you had a
Yes,
thought
that
for the
is
first
quite
time in your life.
obvious.
Is this one open too?
Yes, it is.
Oh God, people are splitting up.
We're not splitting up. You guys can't keep up. Come on. You got like 60 feet of movement.
At this point, can I get a perception check from each of you?
Hell yeah. I love a good perception check. Nice.
Well
Nice.
done.
Yep, stacking them big numbers.
Oh,
Oh, there's somebody.
Harkin, as you're coming around the corner, you notice this wall right here has an uneven glimmer to it, especially as it gets within view of your light. It seems to flicker, and after a moment of evaluating it, you realize it is an illusion.
Which wall was it? It was like what here?
Like there.
There. There's an odd wall here. And he'll kind of point towards here. As if it's not real. Chuck, can you poke it with your mop?
Yeah, I'll just poke along this wall with my mop.
Your mop goes straight through it.
Can I peek my head in?
Peeking your head in, you see crude stairs venturing down deeper.
Should
Oh,
we?
there's a secret staircase.
Perhaps we should.
Let's fucking go. And I just start
Go.
walking down.
Yeah. Gonna say, if there's a secret here, we should probably go along it.
It's a fucking secret. There's something good. Why else do you put the illusion up? This is how I found Grandmaster's porn collection.
Just
guy was a
crudely
sick fuck.
drawn on like tree bark.
It- Bamboo mats that have been like rolled bamboo mats, you know? It's not even like paper, it's just like pieces of bamboo that have been rolled and have stick figure drawings on there.
As you each go venturing down, I need to make sure it looks like the light is off again.
Guys,
then-
we're gonna die.
And it's the dinky light again.
Oh yeah, the barely around the person light.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if
That's
there's
a
a.
comforting name.
As
I'm
you go
looking at
down
it,
another 25 feet or so, you would guess. You don't appreciate my little hints as to what you're getting into?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I find them very valuable. I also find it that I may not find where I'm at.
I'll move you on to the map called Probable TPK.
What? What?
No, it's very, very nice.
You have to TPK us. You are like literally forced to. You paid us all 1,000 platinum each. That's like way too much money to give anybody. This game, like you have to kill us.
Was it 1,000 or 100? I think it was 1,000.
I was
It was
told.
100.
It was
No, I
100.
was told
was-
it was 1,000 by like 3 people, and I verified. I was like, "Are you sure it's 1,000?" You were like, "Yeah, 1,000." So I'm like, "Okay."
Oh god, this is a room.
Yeah. See, this doesn't seem so bad.
As
Mid.
you're looking all through here, this has a different feel to it for the most part. There's some signs of mining, and other passages seem to be more natural.
How recent does the mining seem to be? Or is it
Uh,
like is there a lot of cobwebs or anything or dust?
no cobwebs at all. As an entertainer, how much do you reasonably expect you were investigating mines, though?
I guess, yeah.
It's a side hobby.
Is there
I mean,
I mean,
we could
going through
all kind of
here-
take a check, right?
is there
All kind of what?
I do kind of want to see, now we're in this area, if we can find any of like that other ore that we were sent to find originally on the other mission.
Oh, there's a vein here.
Yeah, if there's that. But it's, for whatever reason, it's taken forever to load on my... Not for whatever reason. It's taking forever to load on my laptop.
And then what type of floors are these? Are these like tile?
No, this is rough stone.
Okay. So it wouldn't be easy to see if like there's probably a lot of like dirt and debris around, so it'd be hard to see if there was like dust trails or anything like that.
No dust trails, but you could probably make out footprints.
When was the last time this place was cleaned?
Never.
Yeah. Is there footprints other than ours so far?
None that you could tell for sure.
I could tell. I could.
Although, Chuck, as you're staring down this hallway here, you can't see the source of it, but there is a light glowing at the end of this tunnel here.
Hey, guys, get over here.
What is it?
What do your elven eyes see?
There's a fucking light at the end of the tunnel. I can't be the only one that sees that shit.
I was told to avoid the light at the end of the tunnel.
I'm gonna kind of sneak up.
This is quite strange.
Harkin's right. Keep, about 10 feet distance.
Yeah, I would probably be close to, like, in between. I can't see right now. The map's still loading, but I'll try to maintain in between.
Oh, he was right. There
Probably
is a light
Harkin's
down this way.
Do you all go down it?
Chuck sure as hell
Yeah.
does.
Is
in
there,
a sweet, innocent way.
as I watch him go into the light, is there anything odd that Harkin notices as he's traveling behind him?
The oddest thing is you do not notice any source of light, and the light kind of seems to suffuse here as there's no shadow cast.
Sykes, do you think we should go in?
Well, perhaps we should be quiet about it. But
Like fire.
we are here to root out whatever problems there is.
Sykes is my hero. Chuck's going in. Chuck thinks this
can't.
is fascinating.
Yeah, I'd be following him.
And then-
Anyone else having reservations, or do you all follow?
Well, when you ask it that way, it seems so. To get this straight, it seems like it's like from an unnatural source.
It's weird. Like you were asking if you could tell anything. The source of the light is the weird part.
Okay.
Okay.
So like the structures appears to be the same like material as
Yeah.
what we're already traveling through.
I think Sykes would just knock an arrow and like try to like stick to one of the walls and kind of observe what's going on real quick while they go forward.
Okay. Is Sights going in?
I can't see the maps. I don't know what it looks like, but I would be like on the. I would be hesitant to just like go head into this.
Do you let everyone else to do it then?
Because unless Sights is going, Harkin's gonna stay back.
Yeah, I think I'll just kind of try to cover. Watch their backs as they're making their way in there. Maybe trail them a little bit. I don't know why it's not loading.
You guys are pussies. That's what Chuck's saying as he's going down
Yeah.
the hallway.
5 seconds later, hear screams.
Yeah, Sykes is trying to be a little pragmatic, you know. This doesn't seem natural or right. Maybe it's not, and I shouldn't do what they're doing.
Okay, well,
Only one way to find the source.
All right. Who's Chuck's going in first, and it sounds like Sykes is going in last.
Either last or like right in front of Harkin.
Oh, Harkin definitely isn't going unless Sights is. So if Sights is going, Harkin would be the last one in.
One by one, as you're making your way down the hallway, your skin begins feeling tingling, and almost like static shocks zapping all across your skin as you see your hair standing on end.
We should not be here.
And suddenly, Chuck disappears in front of you.
fuck yeah.
But the rest of us haven't yet.
Not yet.
I stop where I'm at. Just full stop. Sykes is like, whoa. No.
Well, it's good knowing him.
Person to be some
Is-
sort of relocator.
Or he's been vaporized
Is
by
this-
magic.
Is this something that's familiar to you, Solarn?
I doubt it.
Not like this.
Yeah. No, not at all. I've heard tales of thin places between planes of existence. This might be one of those I've heard about. Or it could have vaporized him instantly.
Well, do you have something you could throw? Hey.
Pick up a rock from the floor and just sort of toss it. Into where Chuck disappeared.
You toss the rock, and about 5 feet away, it disappears as well.
Hmm. Well, should we just follow him in there? Seems kind of silly, but I don't want to think of what it would be if he died on our watch.
Well,
I feel
Before we-
partially responsible for it.
before we join blindly, perhaps we should send someone through and then see if they can watch
I like
back.
how
'cause,
my last words were just calling you guys pussies.
Yeah.
like,
Fuck
it's like
you,
if we can get back
pussies.
out, then I guess. But
There's like no sign of him at all. Just gone.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like I must embrace the light.
Well,
has to
perhaps
driven
we
me
just
too
tie
far
a
left.
rope and maybe we can pull you back to this side. I don't know how this actually works.
oh, so like tie a rope to a rock and use that to find our way back.
Or just
I mean, I
ropes.
have this silver string that we found.
I will take that with me, but I do feel it is necessary for me to go after him if I can.
I guess.
He's been separated from his people too long.
Well,
Well,
on the count of 3, then we should all go through.
yeah. Having traveled to this land through a portal before, does this remind me of that in any way?
This does not follow the same way. The portals that you passed through either had no visual cue and you simply like walked through it, or they were more of an actual substantial portal with a clear boundary. This is something in between.
I guess we can go in, and then Harkin will follow.
Yeah.
Solar
All
and
at
Sykes
once.
after that. Yeah, we can go
Fuck it.
all at once, holding hands.
Sykes pushes Harkin into it. No, I'm kidding.
So
And
as
you're
you
in-
each go through, you find Chuck standing on a rock about 65 feet across that seems to be hovering in nothingness.
Huh.
No. Are we on the same rock?
You are.
Harkin is going to
Consistent
take.
span.
Harkin's going to take a step backwards and see if that takes him back.
It does not appear to.
Chuck,
Huh.
Can we-
where are we?
What did you lead
Do
us to?
Do both of you honestly think I have the answer to those questions?
Well,
Did you grab one of those torches? You-
What torches?
Good time to just. Well, the ones that the lady dwarf was offering.
Do you believe that will help you now, Sykes?
Well, I just want to see how far down this nothingness goes.
I believe this is called space, dude.
Base.
Are we in space right now? Is that what we're seeing? Like what's being shown here?
That's
Or is
more
it-
or less what you're experiencing, though not quite as you'd imagine it, as off in the distance in the cloudy, nebulous-like area, you see a long, slender shadow in the cloud. And you watch as this long, slender shadow moves through the cloud, dissipating, until you can see a figure utterly looming above you. It seems almost like a vine with a kind of splitting off into two directions at the top. And as it moves into view, about 2/3 of the way up the vine starts to separate as you can see an eye.
Oh shit.
As this is what you see.
Ah,
Cool. Is it looking at us?
so we have
It
a lot
is
of
looking at you.
lots of questions, not many answers.
What is this? I was not expecting visitors to return yet.
What did the visitors before look like?
The eye just kind of fixates as the viney top moves, and it says, "Are you not my skinwalker?"
I walk in my own skin.
No, I am
What?
definitely your skinwalker. I don't know these guys. They followed me in here. I was seeking orders. I was supposed to show up for orders.
This is unexpected. My skinwalkers did not have the ability to lie like this.
God, Chuck.
I'm an upgraded skinwalker.
I don't know if you
Skinwalker
saw the new
Pro?
patch.
Yeah.
I mean,
What do you want in my domain?
to be fair, we kind of wandered in here.
Yeah, I think we took a wrong turn. We don't really want to be in your domain. We kind of go back to our domain, if that's possible.
I see. Good.
This guy. Oh, why is that good? Is it because you'll have peace and silence?
For a moment, I thought you were intelligent infiltrators.
I can't speak for the rest of them. I just followed along because, you don't split the party.
Well, what do your skinwalkers look like?
It is not time for me to deal with your kind.
I know you just said that, but
This is good.
I feel like skinwalker is a very nebulous term. Does it walk in other people's skin? Like, what makes it a skinwalker?
It is not my time to deal with your world.
Could you send us back? Is that possible?
We encountered
I-
some creatures along the way. Do they come from here as well?
My children will deal with you. And it turns and starts to move away back into the fog in the distance as you see 3 hovering brain-like creatures with tentacles rise up from the sides of this rock here. Each one, as it comes up, seems to have a beak of sorts with the long barbed tentacles at the top.
Damn. That doesn't look good. Does not look good.
As Solarin, you are up first as you see these truthfully terrifying things surround you.
I do not think these want to be friends. Oof, they're just a bunch of them. That's good. I'm gonna pull my axe and start moving. "25 feet this way. Then I'm going to start tossing some javelins. I'm sick of these fucking brains! Oh, and the last 2 javelins. I'm going to save some light die, so that'll be it for me.
Oops.
Oh, sorry.
Sykes. Nope, you're good.
Ooh. Let's see. Yeah, Sykes is gonna go ahead and just attempt to attack this thing with his longbow here, the same one that Solaren just went over to try to attack. And then there's not a whole lot I can do other than maybe bonus action second wind right now. Yeah. That's what I'll do.
This hovering brain thing lets out a screech and casts upon Sykes and Chuck a wave of confusion. Oh god, Chuck.
It
Chuck
says,
got a nat 1.
"Oh my god, I can't even
Oh,
see the
no.
dice. It's just question marks."
That's what was happening when we were getting attacked with the intellect powers. I was like, oh, this is terrible.
Chuck just
As
has an aneurysm.
Chuck is left in stunned confusion as this thing hovers forwards, its tentacles brushing over Solaran's shoulder.
I'll be right back.
Does not consent.
Yeah, this is terrible. I'm in danger.
This grell drifts forward and you flicks its tentacles at Harkin, like kind of lashing like a cat of nine tails with barbs as it hooks into Harkin's shoulder momentarily. Yeah.
I assume that's for my
And-
light, right? Or no, that's Constitution. Never mind.
You become poisoned. You also become paralyzed from the poison. It then lowers its beak and pecks at you.
You did fail to title this map Probable TPK.
Well, when you go through weird portal tunnels, there was that whole saying of don't follow the light. Harkin is down and will need to give a death saving throw.
Not a great start.
Check. If Chuck's not back, I will have this one. Well, Chuck would have to roll a d10 anyways. Does not move or take actions anyways. At the end of the turn, wisdom saving throw, repeat. No longer confused. And this grell dashes forward, which means, yeesh.
That's the one that was feeding on Harkin. Ugh. These things are truly hideous.
Oh, fucking weird, dude.
Chuck, wisdom save.
Huh, what?
Oh my god, a natural one, as Chuck is now frightened of this grell to the south.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
God damn it, Chuck.
Chuck, you are frightened. You can't willingly move closer towards this one to the south.
Which one? This one?
Yeah.
Okay, well then I'm gonna charge at this guy and use my fear to target this guy and hit him with the trusty mob flex.
Just bat his ass like out into the space where he belongs at.
And
When
then
I was talking about the
minimum damage there.
I can
Oh.
key point.
Okay.
I should have 5. I don't know why I only have 2, but okay.
I think you guys forgot to push the long rest button there.
Yeah.
So
And then-
you get another mop attack because you're at level 5. Yes. And then spending the key point, you get one more offhand punch as well. That's
that
it.
was pretty solid.
Yeah.
And at this level, if you want to spend more key points, anytime you hit with a punch or a weapon, you can spend a key point to try to stun them.
Okay, cool.
Stunning
Interesting.
strike.
Yeah, stunning strike
Can I try
is
doing that right
Fantastic when it works.
Okay, so it's in your favorites now, like underneath your hit points,
now? Okay.
and click that, and they will need to make a. It's not set up to work properly, apparently. It is not.
It's okay. Mommy just needs to brush.
Alright, I'm gonna fix that, but in the meantime, it will need to make a Constitution saving throw
Oh my
as you stun it.
God.
So
Nice.
you have advantage on it, and it cannot move or take actions this turn until the end of your next turn.
Okay,
So
cool.
it loses its turn there.
Thank
Solara.
God.
Yes.
Yeah, very much think the gods here. Not that
So,
thing that.
so this thing's definitely not made of wood, right?
Definitely not.
Okay.
Or, well, I mean, maybe it is, because, like, nothing else here makes sense. Oh my god.
Wow, with advantage. That's bad. There's a hit. And I'll go ahead and spend another light die. Flaring strike.
D10.
Enough.
Sorry, I don't know why it stopped working.
Oh yeah, whatever. D10.
Oh.
Boo.
Sykes, also frightened currently.
I can't move. It's this one that I can't move closer to?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll split the difference and come over here.
As all of you are just leaving poor paralyzed Harkin to his own
It's
fate.
nice, not. Yeah, I don't have anything as of right now I can do for it.
Trying to deal with one thing at a time.
Yeah. And
Kill
I'll
one,
attack
heal the
this. Yeah, I'll attack this with my longbow. Close. Then I will use my bonus action. To give. Except for that Master of Tactics, I have to select a target within 30 feet of me.
Correct.
They'll only get the benefit if they attack that creature.
Correct.
Okay. Then I'm gonna give that because Chuck may not be able to go back. I'll give it to Solaren against the creature that has me frightened.
Okay.
Pretty much like, go save me. Like, this thing's terrifying. So the next time you attack it,
You should have shot the one I was dealing with then, so I could then go help you.
Unfortunately, Harkin's gonna need another death save.
Alright.
Riding the line. Solarin?
There is.
Well, it's great to give me advantage in that one, but I have to do this one first.
Ooh, that one's stunned right now.
Yeah. Smack. Still not dead yet. Before I do the second attack, I'll do another flare-in. D10.
As it erupts in light and is destroyed.
Good, good. And then we'll... Yeah, I can get there. Run across to this guy. And I'm gonna give him a little smacky.
You should roll that with advantage.
Roll another d20, see if I get a 20. That's 12. Nope.
New.
All right.
But you do break
Oh, it
concentration on the fear.
Nice. And I'm gonna go into my hit die, and I'm gonna fucking flaring strike. D10.
I like how soft and this hit sound. Like
Just eh. I wish they were closer, but they're not. So that was my first hit die use, but I can't edit my hit die.
Okay. It was rigged up to consume your hit die, also something seems to be off. But there you go. Oh wait, I think the light die conversion works in your features. Try clicking that. Damn. Nope. Okay, something broke along the way.
Yeah. Oh well.
But I adjusted that. As you got him for
Huh.
2 more damage.
Cool. That's it for me.
This Grell flicks its barbed tentacles onto Solarin. And then bites down on you.
That hurts.
Chuck.
Yeah, none of this feels good.
This guy's unconscious.
Yeah, that one's
Okay.
destroyed.
Then I'm gonna come back because I realize I'm no longer afraid of this guy.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna come all the way back over here and smack him with the old trusty Manda Flex.
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
And then I'm going to.
As you whack him with that, he gets launched back 10 feet, failing his saving throw. As your flex mob throws him backwards.
And I will attack him again. Can I use a key point to see if I stun that guy?
Yes. Give me some features. Saving throw. Con save against wisdom. There we go. As this one is not stunned. from that hit, but you can apply Stunning Strike as many times as you want with once per hit.
Okay. That is my turn. Move back here.
We get one more.
You have one more mop hit.
Oh, I get an extra mop hit. That's right. Fuck, my
Yep.
bad.
Oh, good. Yeah.
And I will again go back
Yeah.
here.
Sykes.
Well, I don't like being next to this guy here. For the let me see real quick. For the I don't even remember what they're called. The actions, the bonus actions I get, is disengage one of them is a bonus action,
Yes.
or is it just hide and dash?
Your cunning actions. Is that what you're asking about?
Yeah.
Yes, disengage is one of them.
Okay. I'm gonna bonus action disengage. Oh, there's like no place for. You know what? Here, I'll go right over here. I'll attack the one. No, I'll attack the one that was right on me. With my longbow. That's how this goes. Man, getting some really bottom tier damage here. That's it. That's what I'll do.
Harkin.
Let's see.
Oh, God.
I decided to not look at the numbers because it scares me.
The Grell will move straight up towards Chuck and flick its tentacles like the whip once more and lash them at Chuck, who is able to kind of like catch them with your mop. And then it tries to bite, also missing. And it is Chuck's turn as well.
I am going to. It was this guy, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn to that motherfucker and say, "Oh, you want some of this smoke too?"
Oh, wow.
And then I will hit him again.
But you have to follow him to do that. Ooh, goddamn, good one.
And then I'm going to unarmed strike his ass. And I'm going to burn a key point to see if I can stun him.
6 +
Stunning
4,
strike.
Jesus Christ.
Boom. As you do stun him.
I bow to him and end my turn.
I love it.
Sykes.
That guy's stunned. A medicine check. It's an action to try to stabilize.
Yeah. If you get a 14 or higher, you'll bring him back with 1 hit point, though.
Okay.
I didn't even realize somebody was down. My bad.
I'm gonna, because I feel though I'm free to make the movement here. Yeah, I'll bonus, or I'll move over there, and then I'll attempt a medicine check.
Okay.
It's not particularly good, but I can't.
That is not good enough.
All right.
I don't take extra damage because of that, right?
No.
That would be
I'm just
real
like-
mean.
I'm just like, I don't know, like do this
One,
and
maybe.
I like to think he's like rubbing like dirt on my face.
I didn't use my bonus action, but I would have liked to have given Solar an advantage against this one that's
Okay.
not stunned.
He's perfectly fine with just hitting me. Alright, I will swing around here. It's gonna cost me a bunch of hit dice to do this, but I will action cast Light from Above. Getting everybody 10. So that costs me 3 hit die.
Oh,
Just down to
That is a
1 hit die.
really nice heal, though.
Yeah.
It paid off pretty good. Down to 1 hit die. That'll be it. I won't do a bonus.
Harkin is up, conscious, prone, and poisoned.
okay, but he's not paralyzed anymore.
No.
I guess he'll stand, and I assume the musket has disadvantage at this close of a range.
At 5 feet, yeah.
You will
You need that blunderbuss.
take a swipe with the rapier. Still rolling blind. There we go. And would actually have these guys, as far as Harkin remembers from his hit, did he take psychic damage?
From these guys?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Just
No, I think he just slapped the shit out of you with his tentacles and then just beat your head in with a beak.
he's gonna
Such a visual.
Yeah, since he doesn't know anything, he'll try to use psychic blades. I assume that doesn't work though, correct?
Why?
I assume. I mean, looking at their name, I'm like maybe it won't, but he'll go ahead use it and then.
It does work.
Yeah.
Woo. I would have thought they would have had a higher resistance to that sort of thing.
They can give, but they can't take.
Yeah. I don't think there's anything much else he can do. Let me look. Nope, we'll just go for that for right now.
This Grell lashes its tentacles with a miss and then a nasty little bite. As Solarin, it's your turn.
Gonna go chopping. Come on. Big money, big money, big money. Oh, that's not big money at all.
I look at you still got 9 out of that.
You can reaction Bardic if you want.
If I don't, you still have my bard from earlier?
Nah, you used it.
No, he used it.
I guess yeah, he would reaction bard it.
Go ahead and roll a d8 and consume a bard.
Where's Bardic at?
That is a hit. As you can roll a d12. As that is a hit for 10 damage. It's not down yet, though.
Some good hits, though. And-
I assume you're not burning your last hit point?
no,
hit
yeah,
die?
we're done. Yeah. Done for now.
Am I able to switch to just my rapier as
Uh,
a free action from my longbow to my rapier, not without the
yes.
or not
Yep,
with the shield? Okay.
that's fine.
Yep. Then I'll go ahead and draw my. I'll go ahead and draw my rapier. I'll I'll attack this guy here with my rapier. I'll probably don't need to, but throw in the sneak attack damage because
Because you like
why not?
overkill.
Yeah, just because I want to use it one time.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. And then I'll use my bonus action to give Harkin. Well, Harkin, it's an attack. I'll give. Well, this thing's stunned, right? He's gonna.
Yeah. He's gonna have advantage regardless.
Regardless. Yeah. Then I don't have anything I'm gonna do right now.
No double advantage.
Harkin.
No, it would be great.
Harkin is going to, as silly as this is, he's going to try using the musket again. He wants it to work.
I mean, it's really awesome.
Do I need to select anything, or should it apply automatically? Since this
Apply
guy's
what?
done.
It'll
Or
apply
do I-
automatically. You're also poisoned, so it's gonna be a straight roll.
Okay, perfect. As long as it's not at disadvantage.
Come here.
Ah!
Yeah, exactly.
As you obliterate it with 14 damage from that shot.
Nice.
It is not
Also,
dead, but
you-
there is a in and out exit wound in the brain.
Guys, I
And
did it!
you also obliterated your friend's ears as well.
It's a lot less bad than it was last time.
Yeah, there's probably a lot of other loud noises happening around us as we're just.
Well, also, there's no walls around here, so the echoing is not so bad.
He did?
He dead.
Harkin's gonna be. I'm not gonna say that actually. Is it, the way it was? Does it look like a musket, or does it just look like a staff?
It's a very, very crude musket. It's like a pipe was strapped to just a piece of wood. So it doesn't even have like a buttstock so much as just like resting inside your armpit.
He's gonna cradle it and be like, "Who's a good new weapon?"
Don't make it weird.
I just hear rigging.
Yeah, I like see your mouth moving. I can't hear shit.
What do you guys say?
Good job.
We should put one of these in the bag.
As you kill the last of them, looking over here, you can suddenly see a shimmering portal on this rock about 10 feet above you and 25 feet away.
Oh, that'll be a jump. Who's the best jumper and who has rope?
Well,
Can
I
we
think the
climb up
best
to it?
jumper.
Probably the monk.
Chuck,
The one not wearing all the armor.
yeah. Chuck, do you have a rope you can throw across so we can all safely get across without falling into this void?
Yeah. Can Sykes like bag one? How big are these things?
They're pretty big. They're humanoid sized.
Yeah.
I like to think he's just trying to shove into his backpack.
I'm just like, I want to take a part of this, like, so people can look when we're done and they can just be like, oh man, there's some other shit happening here.
Just rip the beak out.
There's other creatures that have beaks, though.
Yeah, but other creatures also have brains.
Let's. He'll bag a couple tentacles if he can.
Yep, you can do that, you can give me a survival check for how long it takes you to do so effectively.
Be careful of
Well,
those barbs.
folks, hopefully I roll
There
well.
you go. You harvest 8 tentacles, avoiding the barbs and getting them into a bag. Though you are a bit nervous because those barbs like almost have a automatic reflex twitch to them.
Well, perhaps at the very least we can pull some poison out of these things. But more importantly, people need to know what's going on in these tunnels.
I don't think these are technically in the tunnels anymore. This is more like, you know, space or
I
some
don't
other
think anybody
dimension.
needs to know about this.
Yeah, I want to back up just a quick second. Earlier when I asked about the torch, the map hadn't loaded yet. So I was looking at nothing. And so I was like, well, if we're on a rock and there's nothing around us, throw a torch down there. All right. That's
Making more sense now.
Yeah, it makes a whole lot more sense. When it finally loaded, I was like, man, I sound dumb right now.
Like, you want to throw a torch into that?
You're like, it goes down quite a bit. It's pretty far down.
Yeah.
One might say.
Yeah. It's all relative, huh?
But I do have rope if this one wants to jump.
Who's jumping?
I think the rope is best in your hands. No, you didn't want to go all through the tunnel, but this seems like something only you are capable of.
So yeah, the strongest of you probably wants to jump up there.
Fine.
Or
Somebody
anyone
hold
with
the rope.
teleport or fly ability.
None of those.
I can make their clothes clean.
Can we do like a help action and like
Hold
see
on,
if we can
hold
kind of launch them up there?
Would be you're trying to launch me. If I'm, so I probably have the farthest jump.
So it's 10 feet up and 20 feet away?
25 feet away, yeah.
So it's like a total like 25 feet of movement or 20 feet of movement?
Well, it's harder than that because you're doing a up jump.
I have 8 strength. I can't jump up there. But I have a 17 acrobatics, so maybe I can backflip.
I have a 6.
Give him some room to run.
Harkin will give him some very bardic inspiration as he sings about the sweet flip Chuck is going to do onto that rock.
All right, Chuck is going to try to stretch and then make the jump.
Yes.
Go ahead and give me that athletics check as you grab one end of the rope.
Oh, it's athletics? I thought acrobatics.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, it's probably
no,
gonna
it's
be me
strength
that has
based.
to do it. Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna run all the way up to here and just stop and be like, no. No.
I like the thematic there.
Give me the rope and your inspiration, young one.
Solarn, you can do it.
But yeah, Solarn will back up and take the rope and. Ah!
Did we tie him to the rope first? He's just like out in space now.
Let's see that athletics.
Oh.
As you get that running jump, you leap into the air, and that is when you realize gravity is not the same here.
Oh no!
Please tell me. Please tell me there's like less.
There is so much less.
This is a lot less than I needed.
As you go up
Like a
and
death
over the rock, and to the far end of it, as you are just like floating through here.
I guess can we pull him back towards the rock? with the other end of the rope?
You can give me a strength save, as this was somewhat unexpected. And you weren't, like, holding the rope for that reason.
Is this for each of us or just the people holding the rope?
I'm, like, probably just one of you.
Probably should not be Harkin.
What kind of check is it?
Strength. Saving
Strength
throw?
save, yeah.
I'm flat on it, but I'll give it a go.
I
It's
have a
better
plus
than
2.
Harkin, who has a negative.
I have a +2, so if you're flat, I might as well do it.
I would like this guy to
Nice.
Do we?
Yep.
Does the rope get ripped out of our hands?
So Chuck gets, like, he sees him going up, goes, and then yanks. And he yanks so hard the rope slides straight through his hand. Lauren is free floating.
Oh, great.
Try to throw the rope back to us. Tie yourself to it and throw the rope the other end to us.
Harkin will allow him to tie the rope to him, and he's going to try to jump out towards Solarin.
Oh my god, this is getting better.
Well, I
But
thought we
this is
just
turning
lost.
into
We
gravity.
lost the
How are you
rope.
gonna?
Oh, we have the
I thought
rope.
Solarin's the only one that's got the
Rope's
rope now.
gone.
No, I
Yeah,
thought. Oh,
It went out of Chuck's hands.
okay.
Yeah, so Solarin's got one end.
Do I have rope?
I have a string that has like very powerful tensile strength.
You're gonna want to move fast.
Harkin's just going to jump for it.
I'll grab his
What
leg.
is Harkin being over there gonna do if you don't have a rope?
Well, maybe he'll make it to the rock.
And be like,
We're
okay,
gonna lose
Solarin,
the
don't
land?
worry, I got to the rock, we're all good.
I'm gonna pull that 150 foot like spool of rope that string that I have.
Fuck
It was-
you, guy.
Okay, as you quickly spool it around you, what do you do at the other end?
I'm gonna jump to see if I can't get the other end of the rope that's just like jettisoned out of, out there.
Do you give anyone the other end of the spool?
I
Do
do.
you just...
Yeah.
Here, let me
I was
As I tie
asking.
myself,
You're
I'm
like, you tie
I'm
yourself and then
hucking it
you're
over.
holding both ends of it.
I'm like, I got this, guys. No. I'm gonna.
You hand it off and then leap. I'll need an athletics check from you.
Guys, this is one bad roll after another, but here we go.
Since we're now aware of
Oh my goodness.
said said gravity fluctuations, are we able to hold on to the string?
I mean,
You
you
guys have,
are, but this is like fishing line.
Yeah. But it has like really high tensile strength.
Really high tensile strength, but it's fish. Like,
It's
the one thing you don't really want to use it for is what you're doing right now.
Yeah, this is like how you don't. We'll see.
Hard to hold
So
on to and it's gonna cut through. Yeah.
The thing is, I tripped before I jumped. All right. So
Sykes, so focused on the rope, leaps this way towards the rope and comes up short of it and is heading off this way. As he's drifting, the rest of you see him clearly off course and holding the fishing line. What do you do?
Can we pull him in the direction of the rope? Like, would that be enough to correct him and
like tie me
catch
over.
the rope?
Tie me over to it.
Yeah, like yeah, just like trying to swing him on the other end.
Because he rolled so terribly, his momentum is slow enough that you can use it as a little bit of a guide. Like, if he had gotten more momentum up, it might have been a problem, but this is just so puny that you can just kind of like lead him along like a balloon.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, we could probably just run down. Not probably.
No,
not
you know
run,
why
just
the
walk
orcs don't
down
like-
and he'll.
Mhm.
I was gonna say, would that be fast enough to get him to the rope in time?
It is fast enough to get him to the rope in time.
Oh, thank God.
As Sykes grabs hold of the rope with Solarin slowly drifting away, what does Sykes do?
I'm gonna start pulling him in, trying to get him more closer to the rock that we're trying to get to. But yeah, I'm gonna start reeling him in.
As you start to reel him in, you feel your fishing line cutting into your waist as you do. This is going to be an athletics check, but it is less of a sharp pull and more of can you pull him in without
Hurting
going
yourself?
to... Yeah.
Oh, come on.
You take a very nominal 8 damage as every little pull, because his momentum is going out. So as you're
Yeah.
breaking and then bringing him to zero, it's
Yeah,
cinching
that
into
line.
you.
Yeah.
But you're able to get him to a stop with only 8 damage.
Get him to the rock, Sykes.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
When I gave you the fishing line, this was the one thing you didn't want to do with it. Or
Also,
check, you could get cut in half.
place.
Yeah, he goes run off really fast. And starts trying to pull him.
You're able to gently, slowly coax Solarin back onto this rock here. And once you have him there, you will need to get pulled in because you're holding the other end of the rope and the rest of the party needs that, and you need to be back on ground.
You mean we shouldn't just dangle off the fishing line?
Yes. Use him as like a connecting piece of the bridge.
Yeah.
So
Like,
I
ooh.
will need the check for the rest of you to reel him in without dissecting him.
What type of check would that be? Because would it be a strength check still?
Athletics.
Athletics? Yeah, let's go for it. Why?
Oh, the poison
Poisoned.
shouldn't be taking effect, but that was your
Okay.
natural roll.
Okay.
As it cinches with every little tug, Sykes makes it back going unconscious at the very end as like no air is getting into your lungs. You pass out when they finally get you back.
Immediately, Harkin is going to cut the line, if he can, away from Sykes' body.
As you try to cut the line, you leave a small notch in your dagger, as it has a higher tensile strength than the edge. Yeah, higher tensile strength than the edge of your dagger.
Well, at least we know the power and capability of this now.
Yeah. Well, if he's unconscious, I guess message had to stabilize him. So I imagine he took a lot of damage, or is he just like out of breath, knocked out?
Just out of breath, knocked out. At 0, but not making death saves. But as you're leaning down to do the medicine you check, you realize because he went unconscious, the rope slipped out of his hand.
There's the rope.
It's floating in between you and Solarin.
Like how far?
Like 8 feet away.
Chuck, it's only 8 feet away. You're clearly more coordinated than I.
What do you need me to do?
Just go. It's like 8 feet that way. Just, grab hold of it and then, like, have him drag you to the rock and then jump back from the rock with the rope.
The force of the earth is much less here than you think.
While he's explaining to me what to do, I'm gonna pull out my own rope that I have in my bag. I'm going to tie it around a dart that I have in my inventory, and I'm just gonna throw the dart. I'm gonna tie off one end of the rope to me, and I'll just throw the dart at Solarin.
There we go.
Why didn't you give Sykes the rope?
I don't think any of you realized the peril of this high tensile fishing line.
To be fair, we had to act fast. Sykes had to plan first. So it's really Sykes' fault.
At the end of the day, this is all Sykes' fault.
Even though I'm the one that let go of the rope.
I'll buy that. I mean, the jump was clearly a little too far, but
Yeah, I overjudged that a tad.
A lot.
but
So you're throwing the dart at the rock.
No, I'm gonna throw it at Solaren.
All right.
With Solarn holding the rope, you are able to one by one pull people in, as it will be a pretty easy DC 10 strength check for each of them, as they basically like rope swing across.
Oh,
What could go wrong?
can
DC 10.
Harkin, can he tie
it's
the
a
rope around
strength
himself?
check or strength save.
Strength save. Yeah, strength save, sorry. And tying the rope across won't make a difference because it's about Solarin's strength, not yours.
Okay,
So it's more
thought-
like slipping out of his hand.
okay.
Yeah.
I thought you meant each of us had to make the
No,
save.
no.
I was like,
Yeah, you can secure yourselves to the rope. It's about Solarin holding on to the rope.
yeah.
All right, so check or save.
Save.
Sorry, save. Okay. That's 1, 2,
Probably a good guy to have over there.
3. That's a 4.
I guess.
All right. As each, well, you only needed 3.
Yeah.
Okay, either one.
Yeah.
As the 4 of you make it across to the portal, which is just distorted, rippling visual here on the rock.
Harkin's just don't go through. Anywhere's better than here right now.
Yeah, fuck this place. Cannonball.
Am I still unconscious?
Oh, Harkin's like shoving you through the thing.
You should check my body for stuff.
Once you get through, because as the last of you is moving through, you can see the silhouette of the wispy, towering thing moving back towards you, and you hear a reverberating, "What did you do to my children?"
Throw his ass through the portal. Throw his ass through the portal. We gots to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sykes' ass is going through the portal. Harkin's gonna taunt him by yelling, "You were too weak," and he'll jump in after Sykes.
As you call out that taunt, you suddenly jump into solid rock as he closes the portal on you.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
I would have let you go if you did not insult my children.
It's okay, I didn't kill any of them.
Kidding. As all 4 of you land with a kind of like a slap at a different location of what appears to be the same space, as the terrain is extremely similar, just not the tunnel of light.
Well, at least we're out of whatever the fuck that was.
How emotionally scarring would you say that event was for Harkin? Yelling at the thing and then jumping through.
Well, the whole experience or just that last bit?
I would say the whole experience, being knocked unconscious, almost losing everyone.
Probably rate that 8 out of 10.
Harkin's just gonna go off on his own for a second.
That was pretty high up there, but you don't really want to say it's the worst because you know that's the best way to guarantee something worse happens.
Yeah, he's just trying to go around the corner, not too far away, but just around the corner.
Florence is gonna look down at Sykes and just be, God damn it. And I'm gonna use my last light die. Do a light from above. Ooh, good roll though. Hit him up for 13.
It's a max heal. That's pretty.
That is
Solid.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm about spent. But good to see you're still with us.
As Harkin, who had taken a step back, hears a click, 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 clacking sound as a large creature with spider-like legs and a long snake-like neck and a caterpillar-like head pokes around the side and looks at Harkin.
He's just gonna say fucked.
And that is where we'll pause for today.
Oh, thank God.
I will
Nice.
ponder all of the poor choices I made tonight, guys, and try not to make them next week.
I mean, the line is really, really cool, but it is a terrible safety line.
Just be glad you can't see what Harkin is seeing.
You know, Sykes, you could rig up like a leather belt with a metal loop in it.
Yeah. Well, I was
That
thinking that,
could
and I was like, or just like use it as like a what is it, a garrote or a garrote?
Garrote, yeah, it would work great as a garrote. Or you could do kind of like what Ninja was doing on Saturdays, where it's just like 2 long points and you just start like clotheslining a bunch of things.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. I'll have to get a lot more creative with it, for sure.
Or make it an incredibly long like ball and chain kind of weapon.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
Like, imagine if you had that and you cast catapult on the other end.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah. That would be awesome. Well, we're alive. That's something.
Yeah, anyways.
All right, boys. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow.
See you in the morning.
Alrighty. I'll
Hell
catch
yeah.
you guys later. It was great.
You guys all have a good weekend.
You too.
Heck yeah.
Later, man.
Be good. See you next time.